Welcome back, everybody. We broke out the PTO Woodchipper tonight, so I wanted to take you around and show you how we can turn limb wood, anything 6-inch diameter or smaller, using our Kubota L2501. We turn it into a beautiful pile of wood chips just like this. So stay tuned and I'll walk you through what we're working with. So I bought my fair share of Woodland Mills implements, but I still get inundated with their ads on every time I go on the internet, it seems. So I figure some of you might be in the same boat, and we'll take you around tonight and show you how we use this thing on a relatively small tractor, L2501. 25 horsepower, less than 20 at the PTO. I figure a lot of you can relate tractor size wise, so I'll show you what kind of work this thing can do. Full disclosure, I did not chip this pile with this chipper. I have chipped bigger piles and several times over with this pairing, but these were delivered here. Got in a little bit of trouble for that because we worked a long time to clean this up and get it all nice and mowed, but now we have chips and wood here, so I'll talk about that. There's my house, living room, dining room, everything. It's all right there. It's nice to come look in this field and see deer and turkeys, chickens sometimes, but now we're looking at wood, so cleanup mode starts now. Long story short, if you saw our last video, you know the tree service is in town. Got a hold of the foreman. He's always looking for a place to drop off wood. That was just yesterday, so he made one delivery. He dropped one load of chips and they have like a roll-off dumpster thing, one load of wood. I think it's maple and oak. So I'm gonna clean that up so we can get out of here quick. The only caveat when you accept tree service wood is you get what you get and you can't be picky. So, and all he said was, give me a call when you've had too much. So I assume a lot more is coming. Like I said, we need to clean up this field. It was a hurry, spur of the moment thing. I said, just drop it in the field. My son was home, he put a stake there. The wood's in the field. So we're cleaning it up and there's some limb wood in there. So I'll get the chipper and show you what it takes to chip that up, and then we'll do a little overview of how that thing's made and why I like it so much. This is nuts. It's like 6:30 at night and still 80 degrees. I'm not used to this, but like I said, the field dilemma put a rush on things, so we're gonna get this cleaned up now. Ran out of light quicker than I expected there. I guess it's mid-August, so it's probably to be expected, but so be it. I'm not going to get to show you everything I wanted tonight, but you saw the gist of it. This limitation on the 6-inch chipper is that the opening in the chute is about 6-inch by 8-inch, I think. So if you get into those crooks and Ys, when you're cutting your own wood, it's not that big a deal. You can plan for that stuff. You can make sure there aren't any crooks or Ys bigger than 8 inches. And you might have seen the bigger pieces. Once you get above 3-4 inches, you're going to want to cut the big end or one of the ends at an angle. It's a spring-loaded feeder roller in there, and you'll struggle to put, you saw me struggle a little bit there to put a butt end in. So you want to cut that at an angle and it'll feed in a lot smoother. But I'll flip you around and show you some of the drawbacks of taking some free wood. I'll start with the pros because I'm an optimistic kind of guy. Pro 1, free. Pro 2, it's all maple, great firewood. And then to the bad, those are more obvious right now because I'm all sweaty and a little tired. It's all cut to weird lengths. It's all cut to like 30 to 40 inches. I would have loved log lengths, but that didn't happen. So if you cut it in half, it's too small. You try to cut it in 3s, it's too small again. You got some punky stuff, some rotted stuff. A little bigger than I probably would have harvested for firewood if I was doing it on my own. And probably the third biggest one is I had to chip. I could have thrown these branches off in the woods, but I wanted to show you guys the chipper while I had a few minutes here. And yeah, there's some limb wood in here. Some limb wood too small. This I can make firewood. That smaller stuff I chipped, why'd I have to chip that? So me and Jack here are very much alone. It's almost never the case. We pretty much always have some family home or nearby that we can holler to for help. But we are alone right now. So safety wise, I pretty much always keep my cell phone in my pocket. So it's always within reach, as long as I don't lose my pants. But using these tractors out here alone, very real dangers. Probably crush injuries and cut injuries are the main culprits. Some of you may have noticed I have my little first aid kit. I had it hooked on this carabiner here. But this is what I keep in my everyday bag. Bring it with me just about everywhere. But I didn't bring it out in the field, or I don't bring it out in the woods. So tourniquet, cut injury, maybe a crush injury, and I got some hemostatic dressing back here. Trauma shears, just the normal boo-boo kit stuff, most of it which I'd never used, but a couple of the things real handy to have. So I'm dreaming up a more permanent solution, something waterproof, something I can keep on the tractor so I don't have to keep swapping back and forth. So stay tuned for that in a future video. I wanted to thank you all for being subscribed. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to the channel. This one's a little truncated just because of the whole daylight thing, but I think I sufficiently got the points across that this little tool is pretty awesome to have. The drawbacks, you go with a 6-inch model, you're not going to fit anything wider than 8 inches down the chute. That's the biggest drawback I can see. Really anything bigger than that's firewood, but the crooks and the Ys, a little extra cutting. Just to have on a small to medium property, you see we like to keep it pretty neat around here most of the time, most places, and I assume you do too if you're watching this kind of thing. So definitely handy to have, super reliable so far, no issues. I dove into it a little deeper on a previous video, but now that I'm a little better at making videos and having more fun, I'll dive into it again more thoroughly if you're really thinking about getting one. But yeah, we're having fun. The wood chips, super useful. These free ones, that's mostly pine. That's going in the chicken run to keep them happy. We can use it to build soil. We use it, most of that's going on the trails pretty quick here to make a nice trail and get it out of the field. But our wood chips, if I get any cherry, oak, or apple, I'll save some of the good stuff and dry it out, and I'll use it for barbecue. Gift it to some family and friends for cooking. If you got one of those electric smokers, it works great. And you save some of the bigger chunks if you got a charcoal smoker. Any kind of barbecue, make your own wood chips, know where they came from. Super expensive at the store. I'll post a picture. The prices are crazy if you buy smoking wood chips. So we can get our own with this thing. That's all I got for tonight. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and we'll see you at the next one.